Hey guys, so welcome back to another deep dive on the markets. We're gonna do this maybe on a regular basis, or as you guys continue to send in questions about the market, and given that we have been seeing a lot of volatility in the PSEI today and in the past few days, and we've seen it continually go below the 7,000 mark. So as you can see right here, the PSEI is down once again with value turnover still very, very strong. And we're going to take a look at what the numbers are saying, what the charts are saying, and what could possibly be all of the underlying movements in the market as a whole. So please do note that looking at this entire snapshot, the PSEI dropped at 6,863, down 1.63% from yesterday. And if you're splitting it, no, it's still predominantly local trades. Foreigners are not much in the market. And you will see later when we break down certain stocks that have moved, you will see the rationale on why it's predominantly a locally driven market, at least from a value turnover perspective. So as what I've mentioned, we have around 10.4, 10.5 billion worth of value turnover today. Foreigners have continued to sell. However, I'll show you the details later. However, it's not as big and as significant, or the totality of the local trades overshadows how big foreigners have been buying in and out. I just want to mention this also. We've started to see a green in terms of different subsectors. Yesterday, from the video that I posted talking about the market, um, the all shares index, the financial index, the industrials, the holdings, property index, and the service index, along with mining and oil, were down. For today, we now have mining up already, but majority of the sub indices, along with the PSEI, is relatively down for the day. So drilling it down, I want to show this to all of you. This is a list of the stocks in the PSEI. From yesterday, you had 25 out of the 30 stocks in the index down, with 4 up, led by URC with 4.14% movement. Then Ali, which was pretty much unchanged. And if you're trying to look at it from a perspective of, is there a shift really going on? This is where we are today. You see already, out of the 30 stocks in the PSEI, only 20 right now are down. MPI is unchanged. Then you now have 9 stocks which are up as of the moment. And if you'll see it right here, SM led the charge. This is something that institutions, even local institutions, have been also trying to buy massively and also support its price to somehow protect the index as well. So the PSEI is up 0.88%. SM is up 0.88%, and it closed at 1,029. Now I wanna show this to all of you as well. This is a list of the stocks that had the highest value turnovers for the day. You will see right here APL, which, as you all know, had a lot of price action, but is pretty much moving on price sentiment also. Got the bulk of the transactions. If you'll notice it, it's up 25.89%. We're gonna do a stocks by request live session later. So if you guys want to talk about the charts of APL, tune in this channel 6:30 p.m. and we're gonna do a deep dive on it. But APL is 1.5 billion pesos worth in value. So please remember, I said that there's around 10 billion in value turnover for the day. So APL, predominantly traded by locals, local slash retailers for that matter, in between. Has 15% of the value turnover, which is interesting also because local retailers also has gone a long way in terms of how they would invest and the bulk of money that retailers have as well. Then you have BSC also, which is up 50%. So the stocks that were pretty much battered down yesterday and the days before that are up for today. APL is up 25.89%, which is not part of the index. BSC also is up 50%, which is not part of the index, but also had 836 million pesos in terms of value turnover. Then you have PHA, which is up 20.67%, value turnover at 614 million pesos. It closed at 2.16 pesos per share. So again, we're going to discuss this in detail in our live stocks by request session later. But I just want to mention this to all of you. If you'll take a look and add their value turnovers, you have around 2.5 billion pesos already just for these 3 stocks. And again, I'll reiterate it. in the past, no, you would see a lot of those index stocks that would take the large chunk or the larger chunk of the value turnover for the day. But over the past few weeks, we've been seeing some shifts, especially when you look at how Dito, ASEN has also moved. And you add this for the start of 2021, APL, BSC, and PHA. All index stocks, a lot has been moving, brought about by price sentiment. Constitute 25% of the value turnover for the day. So pretty much the index may be down, but not all the stocks and not a lot of stocks that have predominantly have a large value turnover. So APL, BSC, PHA up massively at the point where the PSEI, as of this video being recorded, is currently down. So anyways, I mentioned yesterday that foreigners sold, but today foreigners they're still selling to the tune of 1.37 billion pesos. And if you look at the breakdown, no, of the movement of money, foreigners just bought around 2.11 billion, then they sold around 3.48 billion. The larger chunk of transactions still is pretty much made by locals as of this point in time. So foreign selling, but they're not anymore as large, at least for today, as what it was in the previous years. Now, I want to mention this, that I showed this to you guys, that APL, BSC, PHA had larger value turnovers but are not part of the index, and even if they're up, they did not have any influence. And I would mention this in a lot of the videos that I would make. 5 stocks that have a large influence in the index is number 1, of course, SM, which is up for the day. However, 4 out of those 5 stocks that have a large influence in the index, which is around 40 to 45%, no, if you add those 5 stocks in terms of its influence in the PSEI, are down. And that's BDO. It's down 3.24%. It closed at 104.5. And for those who are trying to feel, no, bakit siya down, there's still a lot of uncertainty from a banking perspective for this year, that yung mga non-performing loans, that there may be a lot of people that there was a time last year where people were not required to pay their loans for a certain period of time, and now suddenly they're required again, regardless if it's a housing loan, a car loan, or even for their business. And all of a sudden, when they don't have the ability to pay, we may actually see some defaults also. So I think that's what's surrounding whatever downward pressure we're seeing from a banking perspective. So BDO is down, which has a large impact on the index. It's down 3.24% at 104.5 pesos per share. Comment below if you're learning. Comment if this is something that's helping you and giving you value. The 3 other stocks is AC, which is also down 2.09%. So imagine BDO down 3.24%. AC down 2.09%. It closed at 774.50. Ali was massively sold, down 3%. It closed at 38.80. Then SM Prime is also down at 2.39%. It closed at 36.8. So you have your heavyweights, which have a large impact on the index, with only SM up and the 4 of them down. And that's why the PSEI as a whole was relatively pulled down. And if you remember the first part of the slide that I showed you, out of the 30 stocks, 20 of them are down, and then the 4 biggest ones are also down, and they're down at least 2+%. Anyways, from a tech perspective, we are still seeing it continually, breaking below the 7,040 support level. For those who've been following our stocks by request sessions, I've been highlighting this over and over, that there's a support at the 7,040 level, but today reconfirmed that we are seeing the market still break down. It's another large red candle, followed by yesterday's large red candle as well. So we had a breakdown yesterday, which people were hoping that, hey, it could have bounced from the support from last Friday, but yesterday was a breakdown, then confirmed today. So for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, asking for, paano magko-confirm, what candles do we need to look at? This is another confirmation candle that we are breaking down. Speaking of Stock Smart sessions, we have 2 slots that opened up for this Saturday and Sunday Stock Smarts Manila session. For those who want to join us, the venue is in BGC. Link is in the description below for those who want to join. But since we're under the new normal, proper spacing and protocols are required That's why we could only accommodate a small amount of people to attend. But yeah, 2 slots for the session. And if you guys want to join, I'll see you there. Link is in the description below. So for the PSEI, we're currently seeing it that it's breaking down currently from the 7,040 support level. Then it's also predicated by 2 large red candlesticks from the breakdown already. Then it's still following our moving averages. Please do note that today marks another bearish move further from those moving averages that nag-breakdown na siya sa 20-day moving average at the start of 2020. Nag-breakdown na siya sa 50-day moving average around 4 trading days ago. So we are continually seeing the PSEI go below it, denoting more bearish movement for the market as a whole. So please take note of that. Second day of breakdown from the 7,040 support level. Then you have the 20 and the 50-day moving average relatively bearish as of this point. Next that I'd like to point out is MACD. You see the blue line starting to cross already the 0 level, denoting there could be a shift in trend as well. But I'll keep you updated on that to see if this could accelerate into a deeper downtrend. As of now, still looking at it, if you look at this entire portion right here, it's still looking that it's consolidating. However, if further breakdowns would continue, and if you'll plot this entire area around the 66665 level, if that does not hold there, then we may see also deeper slides for the market. We're not there yet, and I'm not here to say na oh, bababayan, we look at the charts from where it is, and what we do have right now are more and more indicators telling us that it's bearish, from the candlestick to the 2 moving averages to the breakdown from the 7,040 level, and now the MACD is also showing us that it's trying to go below the 0 mark. So for those who attended our Stock Smart sessions, please reference our lessons on the 0 line crossing of the MACD. I also want to note this, that RSI is not yet exactly at oversold levels, but it's already nearing oversold levels. And true enough also, now if you'll try to measure this, you'll see it right here. This was at the start of 2021 when the PSEI was moving close towards the resistance. After that, we've seen it go down consecutively since the time that it failed to break the resistance, primarily at the start of the year. And if you'll notice it, from the candles that you will see in the right side part of the chart, for the year, I think there's only 2 green candles that we have. Everything that we see right here are predominantly red candles, denoting that on an intraday perspective, the market closed lower than whatever opening price it has. And that's why, looking at it also from the resistance that I plotted here sa taas dun sa at least the highest point for the year, that's when you saw the RSI also start to dip lower. So let's see how it progresses as we hit oversold levels, or should we even hit oversold levels as well? Should that be the end, or will we see it prolong longer? But allow me to update you. As of now, we are seeing more and more bearish indicators come out and verify how things have turned from it merely just consolidating into something that's showing us more bearish patterns. Anyways, nothing much has changed also from a short-term support and resistance perspective. Our current support still is at the 6,735 mark. So it would be interesting to watch that tomorrow if that level will hold, or if that gets threatened and it will try to attack. As you can see right here, the 100-day moving average and the upward trending line that I posted right here. So if the 6,735 support level does not hold, it could threaten to attack the 100-day moving average or the 6,546 level. And we'll have to see if it bounces from that level, then at least the March uptrend from its bottoms will hold. But if it doesn't, then that's what I've mentioned earlier, that we may see deeper strides. But as of now, We're not yet there. Allow me to update you. And that's why I mentioned that we're doing a lot of videos like this to keep you updated. So there. So I want to mention this also, that what's interesting about trading multiple markets is you get to, if the Philippine stock market is not as good, you have options. And I've been talking a lot about Bitcoin lately because that gives you a bit of a delta also when Philippine markets are closed, or you really want to adjust and pivot and do and position somewhere else. Cryptocurrencies are a good way to do it. But here are some ideas also on US stocks. So again, this is not financial advice. Contact your financial advisor to make the right decisions, but also do your own research. But this is the reason why I'm showing this, is this is while the PSEI was going down. So PSEI, large cap stocks, Philippines down, but US stocks, Beyond Meat up massively. From, if you look at it also from January 22 at 140 US dollars a share, it popped to around 200 plus US dollars a share. Then it started to correct. It started to correct a bit, but uh, looking at it from a bullish standpoint, or from a breakout standpoint, you have it start to push up and go up massively higher. So research. Then you have Moderna also. Again, this is, I think Beyond Meat, no, there's a large understanding that people are so interested in plant-based products. People that are trying to be ultra healthy. If you watch the video that I had with Century, Pacific, and also Shakey's, they've talked a great deal that this is becoming an emerging trend, and I think Beyond Meat has become a large segment, or at least front runners in terms of exposure to it. Then Moderna, we've been talking about this extensively, that its exposure to the vaccine, and and that's one of the reasons why we've seen the stock for it also pop up. Not just for this week, but we've seen it stretch over a larger sample size as well. Then you have BlackBerry, which is up also 18.92 US dollars. It's up 4.94% at least for the day. But if you look at it from the start of the year, from 7.50 US dollars all the way to where it is right now. So there, I hope you're learning a lot. Just a quick announcement today, 6:30 p.m. We're having stocks by request happening 6:30. If you guys have any requests right now, feel free to put it in the comment section. But we're doing a live stream later on, 6:30 p.m. Aside from the live stream going on at 6:30 p.m., you can send in your DMs via Instagram or Patreon if you guys have any other stocks that you guys want to mention or you want me to discuss. I had fun the last time doing it, so that's why thinking might as well do it again. And anyways, I'll just reiterate this, that please do not buy, sell, hold, or avoid a stock just because it is discussed in YouTube. Please take the time to study, because it's your money, it's your responsibility. You have to take the time to study. You have to take the time to do your research and your due diligence, because you cannot grow repeatedly and well in the stock market if you're just following what other people are saying. So whatever you hear or see here in YouTube, don't make that the ultimate source for your information to decide, but your decision for you to be able to trade the markets with confidence should be from your own research. So whatever you hear here, please do your research, contact whoever your financial advisor is, then try to analyze it based on what you know and what you understand. Then you ultimately you make your own decision. Anyways, if you guys have any questions, put them down below, and I'll try to answer them in the comment section, or I'll try to include it in the live video that we're having at 6:30 p.m. tonight. So there, I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope that this is something that helped you. I hope that this is something that gave you enough insight also to be able to trade the markets with confidence. And if you guys enjoyed this, appreciate it if you could like, share, subscribe, and smash the bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about investing and about the stock market and about how you can grow what you have over a stretched period of time by using the right skills. And I don't know, thumbs up, comment. If you stay till the end, put algo, 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 algo. It will pretty much help the YouTube algorithm push this video up further. So that's it for now. Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.